How is your year 2024 going to be? We're going to see for the Taurus ascendants. So, this is not on the basis of a sun sign, not on the basis of a moon sign, but it is on the basis of your ascendant. Ascendant is the precise hour when you're born, and the analysis based on the ascendant gives a much better clarity. So, how will you find your ascendant? It's very simple. Go to greenstonelobo.com. There you will see something mentioned as free horoscopes. Go there, fill your birth details, and a horoscope will be generated. And under that, you will see something called as planetary details. And in the planetary details, there is an ascendant, the first thing that you will see. Against that, you will see a zodiac sign. The zodiac sign mentioned there is your ascendant. And if your ascendant is Taurus, then you are seeing the right video. If it's something else, then go and see that video. So, how are we going to do this? We'll be doing it first, all the planets which are not so well placed, we're going to look at that first, and then we'll look at the planets which are well placed. So, before we go ahead, I just want to tell you that this entire thing is based on scientific astrology. What is scientific astrology? Scientific astrology includes more planets. In Indian astrology, we only include 5 planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. There is nothing called as Rahu and Ketu, it's only a mathematical point. And Sun and Moon are planets, they're not planets, they're luminaries. Okay? So, the Indian astrology is in some way, we can say that it's limited, but if you're talking about scientific astrology, it includes planets like Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. It also includes 4 more asteroids, which gives a sharper analysis. And if you really want to know how astrology works, or if does it really work, then I would say that follow this prediction for 1 year, and then you check it out for yourself. Okay, so let's get started. What are the challenges that the Taurus ascendant people will face? Taurus ascendant, the first important thing that I'm seeing is that the planet Z is going to be debilitated in the 3rd house, the 4th lord. 4th house means family, home, parents, siblings. You Taurus ascendant people must have faced a lot of troubles connected to your family and folks at home for many years. And in the last 1 year, you must have been going really bonkers because of whatever is happening at home. This year is also going to continue to be the same thing. And in fact, if at all there is something that is going on in your home in terms of your real estate or property, there must have been some, you're breaking down things, rebuilding things, shifting to a new home, all of those things would have already happened. If it has not happened, then probably you're doing it now, and that will happen in this year also. Because even you have your planet Y, the 5th lord is debilitated in the 8th house, so that adds to the challenges. And all of you who are, who are having children, your child may go through some sort of a trouble or a challenge, so you will have to be there for the child. Otherwise, it can also happen that some of you Taurus people, who are ladies, can, and who are in that age group, probably it's a time you can actually go for the childbirth. You can become pregnant, you can deliver a child, and then probably the entire post pregnancy convalescence, all of that period is going to be covered in this 1 year or maybe beyond that. And of course, the Saturn will continue to be in the 10th house of career for a year. It can be a little heartbreaking because you're doing a lot of hard work, but then the feeling of being stuck can be there just for another year. Just let this year go by, okay, and you're going to be fine. Okay, now talking about positive things connected to this year, I would want to say that yes, finally the planet Chiron, okay, is going to go into your 12th house. 12th house means international, so it's your 3rd lord. 3rd house means communication, talking, training, advising, consulting. So if you have in your chart the Chiron, the CH, the planet CH is going to be strong in your chart, then that means that you're going to do something really interesting which can be beneficial to you in the longer run. Especially if you are someone who is into the field of communication, talking, teaching, and also something to do with a foreign country. So if there is something international happening, all Taurians should keep your eyes open, because your 7th house planet is also in the 9th house, and also there is a strong Chiron coming in. Okay, in case you have a Chiron weak in the chart, okay, now how do you know it is weak? You will see that the CH, the planet which is mentioned as CH or Chiron, can be in a red font. Okay, if it is there in the red font, then you may have some sort of a mental unhappiness and a bit of a frustration that can go on in this next 1 year. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the 3 extremely powerful bodies, the Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And if these planets are in green font in your birth chart, that means they are positively placed and the positive results will happen. And if they are in red font, then the corresponding negative results will happen. So I'm going to talk about these 3 bodies. Uranus is going to be there in your 12th house again. So there is a 12th house. It's like a very, very strong 12th house. if you have Uranus very strong and also you have a Chiron very strong, people who were born in the early 80s and all, you may have a fabulous year because your 10th lord, 10th house means career, that planet is also very strong in the 12th house of foreign countries. You have a Chiron coming into the 12th house. It's going to be a phenomenal year, especially which is connected to foreign countries. Fantastic, you can go ahead and do some phenomenal stuff. If you have a Neptune, which is, of course, if you are having a Uranus weak in the chart, then beware of everything that is connected with foreign countries. And also it can happen that your career may go through some sort of a trouble or an irritation. Saturn is there in the 10th. And then you also have a Uranus 10th lord is Saturn is there in the 10th house, but the 10th lord is debilitated in the 12th house, which can add to the trouble. If at all you have a Uranus weak, then there can be a lot of challenges in the career area. And if you have a Neptune powerful in the chart, Neptune powerful means if Neptune is in green color, then you will have Neptune in the 11th house. 11th house means business profits. So if you also have a planet X very strong, if it is also in green color, and if you also have a Neptune in green color, then this is a great time for you to start a business. If at all you have any phenomenal business ideas, if you want to do something which is a business idea that you've been thinking for many years, if you also have a Chiron strong, then maybe foreign country connection, all of this put together, probably this is a fantastic year for you to actually start a business. Okay, again, saying this, the same thing I want to talk about people with a negative Neptune. If you have a Neptune weak in the chart, then just beware of some expenses. Probably there will be some expenses which you have no control on. They will come in and you have to just spend that kind of a money. Okay, and it can be annoying, but then what to do? Okay, expenses would be there. Mind your expenses, manage your expenses. And then finally, I'm talking about Pluto. Pluto is your 7th lord, which is going to be in the 9th house. Pluto has been in the 9th house since 3 years for you now. Probably since the last 2-3 years, there is a lot of, if your Pluto is positive in the chart, then there is a lot of positive things happening in terms of your relationships. Probably some sort of a international connection is happening. Probably there is a beautiful relationship which is going on, okay, which will actually continue to be so good in this year also. If at all you want to form any kind of a partnership, you want to align your work with somebody and do some sort of a work, international work, it can be a great year. Okay, I'm saying a lot of times international, so which is good for Taurus ascendant people. And of course, if your Pluto is weak, then you need to be beware of your relationships. There can be a lot of challenges in with your spouse or with your in-laws, or somebody who's working with you at workplace can give you some trouble. Beware of issues connected with foreign countries. They can be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so that is it about the Taurus ascendant people. Yes, it seems to be a lot of things seems to be positive. Of course, there are some issues in the home front, but then otherwise largely it seems to be a positive year. And tide over this year, it's never easy. Always life comes with both the plus and the minus, and it's all about navigating through these troubled times. Okay, so thank you so much people for watching this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, and if you feel that this video is going to be of immense help to people, please do share with other friends.